because if you progress with that, it wouldn't be great. Okay. All right. I'm going to unmute myself and then let you take over from here.
All right. Hello, you guys. We are so excited for you to be tuning in. We are talking all things Ruby, which is truly the starter to success in the business. So I'm going to start off and just give you a quick nugget right here, right now. I'm actually at my son's football banquet, but I dedicated and said yes to hosting the Zoom. So I stepped out to host the Zoom. So if you want to be successful in the business, you have to know, first of all, that this is a business. So many people are afraid to join a scam, to join a get quick rich scheme. But then when they join and it's not that, they're upset. They want to get rich quick and they don't understand why. But yet that's what they didn't want. So it's confusing. So I want you to start off, because most people that are going to watch this replay or on the Zoom are new, going Ruby, or wanting to teach people to go Ruby. So the very first thing, and Aaron's going to touch on this, is mindset. This is a business. You have to show up. And my family understands that. That's why I said, honey, I'm going to step out, do a 30-minute Zoom, and then I'll be back. It would have been easy to say, I'm sorry, I can't host it. I'm at my son's football banquet. But because I made the decision to make this business a priority, that's why I've seen success. That's why I make money. You can either have excuses or what? Hold on. I caught myself. You can have reasons or excuses, but you can either have excuses or goals, but you can't have both, right? You can't have all the excuses in the world to not show up and then wonder why you didn't reach success and then blame it on the business. So that's just a quick tip, because I am just sitting here in this banquet. My son's in there getting awards, and it doesn't bother me because I decided that I wanted my life to look different. You're going to have to do something different in order for your life to look different. That's just a disclaimer. So we're going to talk all things Ruby. We are super excited. I'm going to go just over the basics of what Ruby is, kind of the logistics of it. We're going to flash a few things on screen share, and then I'm going to ask Aaron a few questions, and we're going to close up. So you guys, we have charts in our business, and I actually love charts because it is a roadmap to success. So every new rank that you're going for has a chart. And what the chart is going to do is it's going to allow you and show you exactly where you need friends and exactly where you need volume. That is your roadmap to success. So if you're brand new, your very first goal is going Ruby. If you're already Ruby, your very first goal is to teach those 3 friends to go Ruby, right? A diamond is made up of 3 rubies. You go Ruby all the way to Ambassador Diamond, which is the very top of the company. It's all made of rubies. So your job is to first become a Ruby and then to teach your friends to go Ruby. And that's all it is. And it can be that simple if you have that mentality going into it. And so we are going to talk about how 4 and a friend is the foundation. And the new part of our business is we ourselves go out and get 4 customers and 1 distributor. That not only gets us $150, it sets us up to help that 1 friend get 4 and a friend. And then we are slowly building our Ruby chart. So we're going to go ahead, Aaron, and we're going to share the screen. I'm going to show you what a Ruby chart looks like. So here's an example of a Ruby chart. Now, guys, I have to remind you that we are going after a $2,500 bonus. And what that looks like is you get 4 and a friend 3 times, and you help that friend get 4 and a friend. So if you're getting 4 and a friend 3 times, that's 3 friends. Look at that Ruby chart in front of you. How many friends? 3. So literally, as you're going after that $2,500 bonus, you are already by default building a Ruby chart. So if you're new, you need to have this printed. If you don't have a printer, send it to any Costco, go to the public library, get it printed, or it's a very easy chart to make. So make it with some pen and paper and make sure that this Ruby chart is in front of you. Every single friend you sign goes into a box. And just like Aaron said, you can also go to eSuite under Document Library and find all of your charts there in order to print them. So when you're getting your 4 customers and 1 friend, the first friend is going in the box. You get another 4 and a friend, it's going in the second box, and you get a final 4 and a friend, and it's going in the third box. So you guys know that when you sign these 4 customers, they need to have a volume of 240. So every single one of our products has a point value. I have some examples written down for you. So for instance, slimming gummies are $40.95, but it has 30 BV. So when you go to your e-suite and you look at different products, every single product has a price and then it has a BV. And I just say points for easy. So every product has a price and it has a point value. And when we're looking, I can see the Ruby chart. So when we are looking at products that we sign for customers, I keep track of what my customers buy as well as the volume, because that is how you're going to go Ruby. So when you have those 3 friends, your goal is to help those 3 friends get a total of 400 group volume. So look how easy this can be. I wrote down, let's say that your 4 friends get a 14 easy pack. A 14 easy pack is only $129, but it's 100 BV. So if you get 4 people to buy the 14 easy pack, that is 1 box of your Ruby chart. It's a 400 box. Following me? Now, after you get your 3 friends to 400 group volume, you need a total group volume of 2,000. So your job is to have a chart, to know what you need, and then ask for help, right? But your mind has to already be set up for what you're working towards in order to get it. If you just hopped in a car and drove and you had no destination, who knows where you're going to end up? So your job as a new distributor is to not get overwhelmed by all these numbers that I'm spitting, but to be able to come back to this resource and rewatch it as many times as you need to, and also reach out to your upline and ask them those questions. Hey, I have 3 friends. They both have their 4 customers. Help me calculate volume, right? That's our job. We know how to do that. Remember, you start at start. Don't compare your start to my 4 years, right? Start at start, ask questions, be available to be taught things, and just know, okay, I got this Ruby chart, what's next? I got my 3 friends, what's next? But you have to know where you're going. Yes, the chart is in eSuite under Document Library, and you can search Ruby. So the part that I want to show you is right here, what she just popped up for you guys. So this is a 90-day plan. So if you are already Ruby or Diamond, double, triple, all the way up, then every single new distributor you sign, this Zoom is relevant for you as well, because this is what you're going to be coaching your new distributors. This is a 90-day game plan. So not only are you, if you are new, but your new distributors are going to be able to earn $4,000 and go Ruby in 90 days. But if you're not presenting them that, or if you're new and you're not understanding that, then they're not going to do it. So it's important that you understand what you have your hands on and how you can make this work. So really quick, I'm going to recap. Ruby is 3 friends. Each friend needs 400 volume. Every product has a volume, and all of your customers need to add up for that volume. And then you need a total GV of 2,000. 3 friends, they're already working on their customers because they want that $150 bonus. They're going to equal 400 volume, and then your total needs to be 200. So that is what a Ruby chart looks like. Now go back to the bonus chart really fast. Now, how this is going to work is because I want to real quick now go over the bonus. So the foundation of our company now is you sign 4 customers and 1 distributor, and you help that 1 distributor sign 4 customers. And you can do this in a month. It's only 8 customers and 2 distributors. That completes a full circle. So look at that very first box. That's your step 1. You get 4 and a friend, you help your friend get 4 and a friend. That first box also completes the first box on a Ruby chart. It's right there at the bottom. Step 4 is go Ruby. Now your step 2 is get 4 customers and a friend, and help your friend get 4 customers and a friend. Not only is that your second box, your second circle of your bonus, it's also your second box to your Ruby chart. Step 3, you're almost to $4,000, you guys. Step 3, you do it again. You get 4 customers and one friend, and you help that one friend get 4 customers and a friend. Not only is that your step 3, it's your 3rd box on your Ruby chart. Once you complete these 3 things, you stop and you look at your chart and you ask for help. And that's when you can calculate volume. You can go into your eSuite under Tree Viewer, and I won't get into details. I just want you to hear the words, not focus on them, just hear the words so that when you ask for help, you know kind of what to ask for. You can go into your eSuite, you can click on Tree Viewer, and you can click through all of your loyal customers and you can see what they ordered and how much volume that is. And you can click and you can see, oh, slimming gummies, and it's going to say 30 volume. So you can kind of add up everything that's under each box. So know that that is something that you can do. And so then you can just ask someone to help you do that. But as you're getting a $4,000 bonus, because each box, so if you see step 1, step 2, step 3 is $500. Y'all, what? You can literally get 4 and a friend and help your friend get 4 and a friend and get $500. When I joined this business, you had to be Ruby on your way to Emerald to make $500 a month. Now you can make $500 a month at a distributor level as you work towards Ruby. You should be confident offering this business to anyone who is serious about making money. Because I don't care who you are, how busy you are, what you have planned, you can get 4 customers and 1 friend if you are doing the tasks that we teach you to do every day. And if you are doing the tasks that we teach you to do every day honestly, and you are not signing 4 customers and 1 friend, then you need to ask for help. Because that is very doable for anyone and everyone on this Zoom. So when you complete step 1, you're getting $500. When you complete step 2, you're getting $500. When you complete step 3, you're getting $500. That is $1,500 cash paid out instantly. Then when you complete this, that's when you get your $2,500 bonus paid out twice. Like, oh, it's divided in half and paid out over 2 times. As you're going towards this bonus, you have your Ruby chart in front of you. You're filling in the boxes, you're helping your friends, and you're helping them get the volume. So I just want to remind you, 14 easy, if you sign 4 of those, you're already at 400 volume. In the back of your head, you need to remember if you're only signing like the slimming system, which is the gummies and the TFX, it's 60 BV. So you would need like 6 to 7 customers. So just remind yourself that your job is to just sign customers and help friends, sign customers and help friends, and then ask your upline to help you calculate volume. Just know you need 200 GV. When you click your name in eSuite, if you click your name, it's going to tell you how much GV you have. That is group volume under your name. So if you click your name, it's going to tell you exactly how much group volume you have. To go Ruby, you need that to say 2,000. Ruby is the foundation to success in this business. I think we could take off the chart. Ruby is the foundation to success in this business, all the way up to Erin Tweed, Ambassador Diamond. Her entire chart is made up of rubies. And a chart is a phenomenal thing for companies to have. Some companies don't have it. And I know a lot of people are first like, oh, we don't need charts. Charts show you what to do. Charts give you a roadmap. You're not just aimlessly signing customers and distributors who fall off the face of the earth. You have a chart that tells you exactly where you need to put friends and exactly where you need to put volume. And it shows you how you can make more and more money. And when you get to diamond, all it is 3 rubies. And they say a diamond is a license to print money. You can unlock crazy parts of the compensation plan by going diamond. So your first goal as a distributor is to get your 4 and 1, and then to help your 1 get their 4 and 1. That is the foundation to our business. Once we start doing the 4 and 1, we go Ruby, which has already set us up because we're helping 3 friends. And that is a Ruby chart, helping 3 friends. Every 90 days, if you could just go Ruby or help a Ruby, you could be ambassador before you know it. And what are you doing now that can give you that kind of money? Because I went to college. I'm a registered nurse. I have a degree. And I could never make this money. In fact, I had to have 2 jobs as a registered nurse to make the kind of money that I make with this business. That's why it's important that you decide what you want, you go after what you want, and you realize that you literally decide what your paycheck is going to be by how you show up. And anybody and everybody on this Zoom right now can sign 4 customers and 1 distributor. We're going to get a few quick tips on how to go about doing this, on the nitty and gritty of how do we get the customers, how do we get the distributors, and then we are going to close this out. So Erin is first just going to open us up with a little bit of mindset, because it does take like a decision of printing that Ruby chart out and deciding, okay, I'm going Ruby. So she's just going to give us a quick tip on mindset of a promotion, and then I'm going to ask her 2 questions and we are going to be done.
Hey guys, I'm so excited about this just because I think this 4-in-1 can be so simple, but then sometimes we can overcomplicate it or overthink it because there's a bonus attached to it, right? So it's like, oh my gosh, like panic, freaking out, but it's really just the essential basics of what we've already been doing. It just breaks it down. And so I love that one chart that we have that literally says you plug in your distributor 1 down to your Ruby. And so you get the visual of exactly what it's going to look like. And we'll show that again in a minute. But I remember when I was working towards Ruby, I think if you want to drop a 1 in the comments, like who joined this business because they wanted to make $400 to $500 a month, you can drop a 1 in the comments, because that was me. We had switched my oldest daycare, and his monthly payment was $500 more a month than we had initially budgeted for. And so I was like, I need something different. And so I need to have that little bit of extra. And so when I saw the Ruby chart, I was like, okay, like this shows me exactly what I need to do. Now I just need to do it. And so I just made that commitment that I joined this business for that reason. I'm going to commit to doing that. I'm going to do whatever it takes. And so it's getting a little uncomfortable. It's sending out the messages. It's making the post, being consistent with that. It's doing host to post. And I know some of you guys are brand spanking new. And so some of these things may be like, what? This is a great time to go back to your sponsor and say, okay, look, like I'm ready to go Ruby. I'm ready to do that. Like, what is it going to take? Or, they mentioned this. So do all of the things, but do it consistently. And that's really what I focused on, was consistently posting, consistently reaching out to people, consistently following up, and always committing to doing that regardless of what the day looked like. Now, some days it may be that I could get more messages out. And then other days I was working full time, 50, 60 hours a week. And so it didn't matter, but I was sending out messages on my lunch break. I was doing phone calls on my drive home from work. I was plugging into trainings and listening to recordings when I was driving to work, because I was so eager. But I made that commitment that this is the reason that I joined, was $500 extra a month. I'm going to do whatever it takes to get there. And guess what happens when you get there? You get excited about the next thing. And so really just think about the simplicity of the Ruby. And so if you just think, okay, with each full 3 cycles, that is helping somebody else go Ruby. So yes, obviously you have a bonus on the line and different things, and it's working towards building that. But then guess what? Those people, as you're mentoring them, the focus is you get to help them build Ruby and help them get to the extra $500 a month. And then it helps you on that next path. So make that commitment. Don't overcomplicate it. Really just keep it simple. And I think if you print off that sheet, keep it in front of you. Like if you just jot it down, there's something, again, there's power in writing down the words, just like writing your goals or writing different things. Like I could be like, yeah, like I've signed 4 or 5 customers, but then if I actually go to eSuite and total up my volume, I don't know off the top of my head. Half the time we're so busy doing things. And so if you really are focused on doing this, print that paper or copy it exactly in your notebook and keep track of those different things as you're going, because the more that you're writing it down and you're seeing it and you're visualizing it, the more that you're going to be hungry to actually put in the work to do the things.
Love it. So, so good. Okay, so this is a good question that everyone's going to know. So if you knew you needed a DT, like your bonus was on the line, your Ruby was on the line, you need a DT tonight by midnight, what are you going to do?
I would message every single person, message anybody that you see potential in. And so I remember, like, I used to message everybody like on my messenger list, which obviously, like, I don't know, everybody has their own thoughts and feelings on cold messaging, but I always think about it like, it's not my job to, if they're going to say yes or not, it's just my job to plant the seed. And so I want to be the first one that plants it in their head, like whether or not they say yes. And so I just was always planting the seed, planting the seed. So I would be messaging each and every person, especially those that you have on your heart that maybe you just need to send them a voice message and just say, girl, like, I am thinking about what we've got going on in the company and what we're doing. And so I'm so excited about this. There's lots of different bonuses and you just keep coming to mind. Like, and I would just kick myself if I didn't reach out, and you'd be surprised how many people are just watching and waiting for you to say something. I would also be putting up a poll, or, maybe share a few things on your story, show your face on there. I would definitely be taking advantage, of TikToks and Reels. And even if you just got started, I know it might be awkward, but you can point to a song. Go find a trendy song. That's like one of the things. You can point your fingers this way, point your fingers this way, point your fingers this way, and you can do little text. You can go to my page, you can go to Mana's page, get ideas and plug it in there. But the more things that you're putting out there, that's what people are seeing. And so I would take advantage of that. And then again, I would go back to that chicken list, just those people that you just know would be amazing, that sometimes they just need that encouragement, or, ask. And I always love to set up phone calls too, just because I think there's so much power in hearing somebody's voice. And even if you've just gotten started, maybe you're not sure exactly what to say, that's a great time to go to your sponsor upline and just say, hey, like, I really would love to chat with this person. Do you mind jumping on a 3-way call just so I have the support? Because that third party validation also brings it around. So those are the big things that I would be focusing. Make sure that you're putting out that post. I think I posted it, and then I think you might have posted it, but there's a great one that's just like, is anybody looking for extra income? And I guarantee you, like, there's like 95% of everybody that's looking for an extra income. They're just trying to figure out how they're going to make it fit in the chaos and crazy of the world that we're in. And so we just want to be the ones that plant that seed and have that conversation. And then people are going to come around, or they may be like, hey, yeah, I need to do this. This is something that I've been wanting to do. So put out those feeler posts too.
I love that. Those were such good tips. So let me just plug some nuggets in your ear. Some will, some won't. Who cares? Who's next? Your job is to find people out there that need you, that want this, that cry themselves to sleep. And you should be more afraid of the person that you're going to miss than the person that you're going to piss off. Because when you can't say the wrong thing to the right person or the right thing to the wrong person, they are just miserable people out there, and they're just going to be mad no matter what you say. You could have wished them a happy birthday and they're going to be pissed off. So you should be more afraid of missing someone that desperately needs this, that desperately wants this, that could be your next Aaron Tweed. You should be more afraid of that than what someone's going to say to your message. Who cares? You don't want them as your friend anyway. And I'm more excited when they're mean, because I can delete them. I would rather you be rude and say no so that I can get you off my friends list than you not answer me, because then I don't know and I'm afraid to delete you, right? So I actually needed a distributor last night by midnight. And the things that Aaron said is exactly what I did. So I put up a post. I had conversations with all of those people. I went back to every single host a poster, the people that hosted a post for me, and I asked them to join the business. And then I had 2 people with over 2,000 friends post a distributor host a post for me. How did I get my distributor? In one day, from a distributor host a post. So you have to just do all of the things and know that you know it's going to happen, and not stop working until it happens. Because there's something about confidence and there's something about work. You can control 2 things, your attitude and your work ethic. That's it. That is all you can control, your attitude and your work ethic. So be proud of the business that you have your hands on. Be excited about the opportunity that you have. Know that God put you here for a reason. Quit looking left, quit looking right. Do the things that you were taught to do every single day and just keep doing them. You can sign distributors. If you're not and someone else is, the only difference is they are getting more no's. That's it. They are literally just having more conversations. My teammates say all the time, well, I talked to so many people and they all said no. Yeah, me too. I just tripled your number. That's why I got one. So you talked to 5 and got 5 no's. I talked to 25 and got 24 no's and 1 yes. People ask me all the time, well, how many? I don't know. I am going to do the job until I get what I want out of it. So I'm going to send 500 messages if I have to get up 10 host to post. I don't care what it takes. I'm going for the results that I want. That's where you have to be. And how do you get there? With self-development? But listening to Zooms like this is the first step to being successful in the business. I love those tips. So go get a distributor in 24 hours, right? So the last question that I want to ask Erin is, so now we've done the things that you said. We put up the TikTok, we put up the reel, we did our chicken noodle soup list, we did some distributor host to post, we asked people to join our team, we got someone on our team. So now we have the distributor. How are you really holding that distributor's hand and helping them get their 4-in-1? So of course you're teaching them the tasks, but what do you think that you're doing different to really help that distributor see the vision and go after their own 4-in-1?
Yeah, I think it's comes down to just breaking it down as simple as this and getting people acclimated. I think sometimes it can be nerve-wracking to be like, oh, I don't want to overwhelm somebody, but really everybody joined this business because they want to make extra income, right? And so one, obviously taking that at that person's pace, but then also two, encouraging things. I didn't always used to do this, but I've really kind of just tried to revamp it is, initially getting them into host to post. Because host to post can be overwhelming and you might be like, I don't know how to keep it organized or anything like, those kind of things. But we know that there are amazing fast results with host to post. And so that's something. And then also coming up with, their list of people that they want to talk to initially, and just helping them through those conversations, making sure that, they're having conversations with their 30s to 50s list. And then also, getting host to post up, starting that out initially, having people post to them, help them get some wins with those conversations. Because even if they're not signing a customer that first day, having those conversations is like that morality boost. You're like, oh my God, people are really interested in this. I talked to somebody that didn't know what it was, those kind of things. And so that takes the pressure off of it where it's, okay, you can do this. And so I remember, like when I got started, I didn't know what I was doing, but Alyssa just said, everything that I tell you to do, you can copy anything, but you need to post 3 to 5 times a day. You need to do this. And so I was like, okay, like if she's having success, I need to do those things too. And so lay it out exactly what it's going to look like. What should their day to day be like? Now, again, everybody's schedule is going to be different. Some people may send out more messages based on that day versus another day, and that's totally fine. But doing all of those things together and just building that routine, right? Building that rhythm. They've got to get in the rhythm of this business. And then we know it becomes second nature where it's like, oh, okay, it's not so crazy. Or, hey, I don't have to, I've got different people that I can message about host posts because I've been adding to my network over here. So we know that those things are all going to come into play. But don't be afraid to offer those things that we know give people those wins. And so even if it's, helping them with conversations or getting on a 3-way phone call, like those kind of things are really going to be beneficial to help get those wins. And just keep it simple. Again, keep it simple to that thing and just say, I just remember like, back in the day we had steps to success and I like thought that was like, you had to have it or like something was going to happen. And so I was just like, okay, I've got to get this is a lot simpler and you're getting a bonus for it. And so why not just keep that focus on that 4 customers and a friend, 4 customers and a friend. And that's going to be the foundation as they're growing. But just keep it super simple. Don't overcomplicate it.
I love that. And Erin is saying the pace of the leader sets the pace of the pack. It doesn't matter if you have one person on your team, you are a leader and they are following you. So if you're like, oh, I don't want to bother them, like they might not want to post, they're going to think that's okay. So your job as a distributor who signs a distributor is to show up for them every single day, whether they show up for themselves or not, for 30 days, even if they ignore you. I show up for them, well, as long as it takes. But for someone that doesn't even show up back, my job is to message them every single day for 30 days to introduce the business. So just show up for them. And I love that she said chicken noodle soup list. So write that down. You want them to think of family and friends. Let them know that it's okay if none of their family and friends buy, but it's such an easy ask. So I set that tone in the beginning. Like maybe no one in your family or friends might buy, but why would you not ask? Right? It's the same concept. Some will, some won't. Who cares? Who's next? So chicken noodle soup list and host to post is exactly the same things that I'm doing. I'm having them put up a giveaway host to post on their wall, and I'm literally walking them through host to post and what that looks like. And so I absolutely love that. That's all we have. Do you have any last minute tips? I think that the idea is to print your chart, print the bonus program with the chart on it, get your goals in front of you, understand that your first goal, your first step is going Ruby. And if you're already Ruby, it's to help someone on your team go Ruby. Help someone go after this $4,000 bonus. If you go after it, but then also start to help others. Ruby is the foundation to success in our business. A diamond is 3 rubies. All the way up to ambassador diamond is made up of rubies. Keep it simple. Get 4 customers and 1 friend. Help your 1 friend get 4 customers and then do it again. A ruby is only 3 friends who go out and get their 4 and a friend. So not only are you going to be getting $4,000 in 90 days, but you're going to be going Ruby as well. And you're going to be learning the foundation of success. This is not overnight success. Have a long-term vision. Don't think about what you're going to make next month. Think about what you're going to be next year. Give yourself long-term vision. Put yourself in this thing. Draw a line in the sand and show up for yourself for 1 year. If you're not making money in 1 year, okay, maybe you reevaluate. But make sure you're showing up for a year, right? You got to show up for a year and then evaluate the business. Get your charts out. Ask your upline for advice or for help. If you don't have an upline, then reach out in the team page. There is somebody here that loves you. There is somebody here that wants to be there. And I've been there. Wherever you are, whatever stuff you're in your business, trust me, I've been there, and every leader has probably been there, even to the point of not having a leader. Someone here loves you and someone here wants to help you. Get those charts out. We love you. That's all I got, Erin. What do you think?
That's all I have. I mean, that's all we have for tonight too. I would just make sure, again, like Amanda said, print out the things, know exactly what you want to visualize it and get the grasp on it. So that way, as you're charting and you're documenting it, again, it's going to feel more real. You're going to feel more acclimated to doing all the things. And it's just something happens with the mental, like you put when you're writing things down with your goals and visions, but then also that comes to fruition when you're putting in the work and different things. So let's get out there and earn those bonuses. I will get this recording up and uploaded. There will be some other helpful tools in the comments. And then if you guys can go and put in there too, just tell me how many bonuses you're claiming. How many people's lives are you wanting to change with this? Because I think if we keep it really simple, don't overcomplicate it, there's a lot of money to be made. And I think it's really exciting. So I hope y'all have a great night. Thank you, Amanda, for hopping on and coming on during your son's banquet, but I hope you all have a great night. We will see you guys next week. And yeah, take care, everyone.